Welcome back to Whispers of the Earth. In today's episode, I take you to a magical land where dawn breaks not with noise, but with wings. This is our birding journey to Mangalajodi at the Chilika Lake wetlands of Odisha, a Ramsar site and one of the largest wintering grounds for migratory birds in Asia. Our journey began on the 1st of February 2021. At 5:40 am, our train, the Howrah Puri Express, rolled into Khurda Road Junction. The rhythmic calls of tea vendors welcomed us into the chilly morning. A perfect musical beginning to our birding adventure. We hired an auto from the station and began the long road trip toward Mangalajodi. The rising sun painted the sky golden, and the road felt like a warm invitation. Around 7 am, we stopped for breakfast at a small roadside stall. Hot upma, soft idli, and steaming tea, simple, fresh, and perfect for the morning chill. By 8:15 am, we reached the Mangalajodi Bird View Resort. After refreshing ourselves, we set off again, just a 5-minute ride to the wetland site. At 9:40 am, we hired a country boat and glided into the heart of this vast wetland, a world where only birds speak. From the Chilika Development Authority signboard, we learned. Chilika spans over 1,000 square kilometers. Hosts 228 plus bird species. Supports over 2 lakh fishermen. And welcomes over 1 million migratory birds each winter. A living, breathing paradise.
The narrow waterways opened up before us, bordered by tall, dense vegetation. Within minutes, the birds began to reveal themselves.
Red-wattled Lapwing. Grey-headed Swamphen.
A lone black stilt slicing across the sky. Northern Pintail changing position. A poised pond heron. The elegant little egret. More grey-headed Swampfens in their royal blue. Swifts circling around our boat. A focused great egret stalking its prey. At 10:06 am, a purple heron stood tall in the distance. Soon after, came godwits, flocks of terns, a shining glossy ibis. And a distant glimpse of the graceful ruddy shelduck. One highlight came at 10:27 am. A purple heron caught a snake, swallowed it within seconds, and took flight. a dramatic reminder of nature's eternal rules. Drifting further, we noticed Brahmi herbs floating beside our boat. Simple white flowers, adding beauty to the moment. We continued spotting
cormorant, black-headed ibis, sandpiper, common teal,
barn swallow resting on bamboo poles. Painted stork with grazing buffaloes in the background. The bright citron wagtail. As the sun dipped after 5 p.m., the birds returned home. Large groups settled on the wet, shimmering land, preparing for the night. A few black-winged stilts, wood sandpipers, and bitterns still searched for food. And thus ended our memorable day 1. The next morning, 2nd February, we were ready by 7:30 a.m. The soft sunlight was perfect for birding. Before even boarding the boat, we spotted a pair of ruddy shelducks. And a cormorant drying its wings. Soon after came the black-winged stilt.
grey-headed Swamphen, little egret, and godwards.
Wood sandpiper.
Asian openbills enjoyed the early light.
While ruffs, pintails, and more godwits dotted the wetland.
Majestic flight of Asian openbill. A fisherman repaired his nets nearby.
A reminder of how human life and nature coexist here.
Rowing deeper, we saw
Seagulls at around 9:30 a.m. The majestic flight of the great egret.
more ibises.
Flocks of godwits and stilts resting peacefully.
A purple heron with a fish in its beak.
A pair of northern shovelers. A row of barn swallows balancing on bamboo fences. And another purple heron swallowing a large toad, a moment of raw wilderness. Finally, around 11 a.m., our boat trip came to an end, with a serene sighting of the grey-lag goose walking silently in its habitat. A perfect closing note to our unforgettable Mangalajodi exploration. And now, as the wetlands fall quiet, let me share a collection of still moments captured by our team and complemented by selected reference images and AI-generated visuals, bringing alive the birds of Mangalajodi.